I've relapsed. All right, exciting day today. A lot of things in motion. I will not be doom scrolling Twitter all day because I left. I am free. I'm a free man, which means more time to get shit done. I want to go over a lot of stuff that I'm excited about. Starting with, look at my fucking nails already, dude. It's been 1 week since I last cut them on the vlog, and look at them already. Isn't that disgusting? Don't you feel bad for me? Also, yesterday I neglected to shave, so natural born neck. Funny enough, I find it interesting that I have like no education. I can't see this side. I have no education on like how to properly shave. I don't think there's really a science to it. It's just you just kind of shave a bunch of times and figure out what look you think fits your face best. And I've kind of landed on this. When I was younger, I used to only have I think it's called a goatee. I would shave off all the sides and then just have this middle part. And reason for that is because it just wouldn't grow. Like I'd have like patches and whatnot. So just shave it all off. But now that it all grows, like at least consistently, I like to have that kind of like, I don't know what you call this one. Yeah, just shave it down low and just let it sit there. I think it's a little uneven on this side. Yeah, I just find it fascinating. As we become adults, we take a bunch of lessons on how to be adults, driving cars, paying bills, stuff like that, right? Shaving, good luck. Figure it out on your own. And I think largely, at least for me, when I first started to shave or had to shave, I didn't, all my facial hair didn't grow. And so like it was next to pointless to go to my father and say like, hey, how do you correctly shave? Like, can you pass down the lessons? Because I didn't have all my facial hair. And by the time that I moved out, by the time that I got all my facial hair, I had already moved out and like I'd already kind of figured out what worked. Little weird side tangent. I just find it interesting. For the 5% of women that watch these videos, you might find that interesting. Okay, so yesterday officially marks 2 full weeks of this devlog series. I have a lot of assistance from the AI editor. Without the AI editor, I wouldn't be able to make this happen. This series gets such low views that it doesn't make sense for me to pay an editor to edit this. So shouts to the AI editor. However, the reason why I am bringing this up is because the AI editor is whatever, right? Like it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. And the most important part is that I could get to tell stories, right? And so what I'm thinking about doing is introducing a devlog series for my game Ultra Bouters over on the Jabril's Game Dev channel. My involvement for these edits are pretty minimal. My job mainly is just to kind of think about a story in my mind as the day unfolds. Other than that, I hand it off to the AI and then it puts it together in like 20 minutes maximum, and I upload it. So I'm thinking if I do the same for the game dev channel for Ultra Bouters, then I might be able to just tell more stories. So I'm gonna start that today, but you won't see most of that. I might talk about some of it here on the daily vlog, but most of that story is going to be uploaded to the Jabril's Game Dev channel. You can check that out, links in the description if you want to head on over there. There is already some Ultra Bouter devlogs if that even interests you at all. So that's one exciting thing that's on my mind. 2, there's a I don't want to say podcast. I think the word podcast has become so cringe. There's a live show idea that I've been thinking about for quite a minute. I just want an excuse to like talk about more things that occur in the world. I find myself to be a very curious person, and I have this like insatiable appetite for knowledge and learning and curiosity. And so I'm gonna start up this new live show called Idiot versus Everything. I'm the idiot, and then I'm gonna bring on a guest to be the expert essentially. And then I'm just gonna ask them a bunch of questions. We're gonna have a deep conversation, as deep as possible, about whatever topic that they're an expert on. I'm currently talking to the channel Mr. Beat. We're gonna do something in his expertise as the first episode. Try it out, and then hopefully we can get bigger and bigger guests on. It'd be cool to be able to get government officials on and stuff like that, and go deep into some of those topics, some of the knowledge that they know. Be able to grill them and learn some stuff. I think that's kind of like the end goal, is to be able to get guests on that level. Actors, musicians, directors, people who work at NASA. There's so much interesting information out there, and I think this live show could be one way to distribute that information. So that's exciting. It's definitely happening. I can't tell you when, but I'm going to I'm gonna do the live show on the main Jabril's channel, but I'm gonna upload the VODs to 88 versus Everything channel that I just started. Links in the description as well for that. Subscribe early if you want. But yeah, enough yapping about that. The next one is there's a second live show that I want to try as well, and it is I'm calling it Yo Cool Feature. And the idea behind that is I'm gonna bring on a bunch of developers. I'm not gonna limit it to just game developers, but I think it will be mostly game developers who come on the show and show off a cool feature for their game. But I'm if you have a cool robot that has a cool feature, your company's working on that, or you're working on a personal thing, come on. If you have a software that has a really cool feature, bring it. But yeah, I want to try that live show as well on the main Jabril's. Same thing. Upload it to the main Jabril's channel. Sorry, do the live show on the main Jabril's channel for a while. Upload the VODs to its own independent channel. And the idea for both of these is to build up their own audiences on separate channels. And then maybe in the future look into, building out teams, whatever need to be for those independent projects if they happen to survive. Now, before I move on, I want to address something. I have way too many ideas. I don't know if this is apparent to you. It's both a blessing and a curse because nearly everything excites me, but it's a problem because I want to do too many things as a result of that. However, I will say one of the biggest lessons that I've learned over the past 90 days, last 3 months, is that I need to stay out of my head in terms of being a perfectionist and just do things. And that's what I've been doing. That's what this whole series is about, really. But prior to this series, my brain was in the space of oh, well, if I'm going to do a daily vlog, then it needs to be high production. It needs to have this level of value. It needs to be able to, tell stories on par with Mr. Beast and blah, blah, blah. There's no way that I can do that with the time and resources that I have. So why even do it at all? That's where my headspace was at. But just doing it, using the AI editor, getting your guys' feedback, I'm coming to learn that it's not really all that important. I'm gonna stop yapping. I say all that to say that the live streams are gonna be incredibly low budget. So low budget, in fact, I'm just gonna block out an hour, 60 to 120 minutes, 1 or 2 hours, once a week, maybe even once a month, to just do the thing live, upload the VOD, and that's it. No extra post production, nothing. So those are all my plans content-wise, and the main Jabril's content's not going away. I have insane ideas to do for that. Those videos just take some time to write the code, design the apps, write the scripts, make sure the story's good, film it, edit it. It just takes a while. Got some bangers on the way, I promise. Just hang tight, bear with me. And this process of creating more content has been really inspiring for me. Another thing is community. I'm gonna try and do a lot more community building this year in Los Angeles County, unfortunately. I want to give people a reason to come together and organize and get to know each other and get offline and realize that we have a lot more in common than you actually think. So more details about that is coming later, not now. But before I leave you, I have to share with you the most exciting news. If you don't see any vlogs from me over the next few days, listen, don't blame me, blame the game, all right?